Okay, so it's kind of early. Like, it's super earlier than what I usually get up at this time. Actually, it's way earlier. But I just wanted to kind of get up a little bit, move around. We're gonna take a blood orange this morning. We're already at 24 ounces down. So I really got woke up because I was watching this dude by the name of Devin Bradford. I know. Notebook LM, when I put these through, likes to call him everything other than Devin. So we're going to start the morning with our blood orange energy electrolyte. But something I did want to talk about was, he's talking about in his video how, he's also using Gemini as well. Smart man. And it said that he might be having some inflammation from 20,000 steps every single day, working out every single day. So he wanted to take a rest day, active rest day, but drop his calories. This is what you don't want to do. You do not want to drop your calories. Your calories are your calories for a reason. Even though you're not working out that day, your body is still using that material that you're going to put in it to repair itself. Now, I know he said that he's also, working on his sleep as well. And to be honest with you, that's one of the biggest things he can do is work on his sleep. I've been doing it myself, and something I've been doing a lot of is putting my phones on, both of them, putting them on focus mode at night. Instead of just sleep mode, I put them on focus. Now, difference is, like that do not disturb, it will just kind of quell everything all at once. Whereas focus, it only lets things through from like my it'll only let things through from, let's say, the people that I really want to talk to, like my little sister. That's it. And my what do you call that app? Insight Timer app. That's it. So, and that goes off at about 6:15. So, from the time I stop filming to the moment it goes on is only about, no, actually 6:30. So, 2.5 hours. So, the moment I stop filming, 2 hours after that, so the only things I can do is the Insight Timer app. I will get the Gemini app for another 30 minutes, so up till 7 o'clock. Just in case I have more water, then I can put that in. But if I don't, then I'm kind of screwed until the next day. But by that point, I'm well past my 148 ounces of water. So anything I get after that is, who cares? But on rest days, or active rest days, whatever you want to call them, the last thing you want to do, don't drop your calories under any circumstance. Just make sure what you're eating is decent. That's all you gotta do. Make sure they're decent. Make sure whatever you're eating that day is worth the damn, is the right building blocks. Make sure you're prioritizing your protein. Make sure you're prioritizing your fat. Get your carbs in, and make them good carbs, not junk carbs. Please don't make them junk carbs. Yes. People have this idea, oh, you don't want to eat fat. You don't want to eat fat. Yes, you do. You know, fat is the lubricant for your joints. Fat is the building blocks for your hair. You know, when you lose a lot of weight and your skin needs to tighten, guess what that is? Collagen, but fat as well. Guess what your brain is made of? Fat. Guess what your hormones need? Fat. Now, you want to pick the right kinds of fat, but you don't, like, you know, for example, you know, extra virgin olive oil, just olive oil in general. Make sure it's a good quality olive oil. That's always a good one. I don't like to give that kind of advice out because I'm not a dietitian. I just know what works best for me. Go find what works best for you. Get your own dietitian, get your own primary care physician before you start taking anyone else's advice, because, you know, right now I am not qualified. And until I become a certified personal trainer, I'm not qualified to say anything. So I'm just going to tell you what works best for me. But yeah, don't, you know, on your rest day, on your active rest day, you're still moving. Your body is still operating. People get into this idea that when they take a rest day or an active rest day, their body doesn't burn any calories, or just laying in that bed, they don't burn calories. You do burn calories. As a matter of fact, you burn a lot of calories laying in bed. You know, right now, just running my mouth, I'm probably burning 20 calories just running my mouth talking to you guys. But you guys are my phalanx. You guys are my little tribe. So, you know, I enjoy these little morning talks anyway. So I'm pretty sure most of you don't. You guys are probably like, man, shut the hell up and just do something. Well, this morning we are going to do a little something. We're going to get some decline push-ups, decline assisted. We're going to get some decline assisted ISO push-ups. We'll get a few ISO push-ups, and we'll get some high planks, I believe. And then this afternoon, we'll get another workout in. Stay tuned for that. I got some stuff coming in. Gemini, you know, I asked Gemini if I can get a few things, you know, to make some workout feel easier. It said yes. It gave me some ideas. And with all the peanut butter we have, just know these are good ideas. I thought they were great ideas, by the way. So we'll go ahead and wrap this little segment up real quick, and I will get back with you when it's time to do our ground and pound. Yay. I feel like every damn YouTube student vlogger, because I used to be one. In 2026, I will challenge my limits, not limit my challenges. Let's remember that. All right, so let's get into our decline assisted push-ups real quick. So we're going to get into them. Actually, no. What we're going to do is we're going to hold an ISO for 30 seconds starting out. So we're gonna do try for like 30 seconds to hold that pose, and then we'll get into our push-ups after. And it's about time to re-vacuum this Ready? Go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. 4. 4. Oh. 39.84. So we held for 30 seconds. And then our 4 reps came in the seconds after that. So alright, so now that we got that out the way, let's get an ISO push-up in. So same thought, but this time we're just doing the ISO push-up. We're not doing the whole push-up thing. We're just going to do one ISO push-up. Hey, my video just came out not too long ago. And that one's 1 hour and 18 minutes. If you're still, if you're one of the like 4 people who still watch me, I love you. All right, ready, set, go. Okay. Whew. ISO 16.55 seconds. Where's my pen? I can't even be bothered. We'll end with the high plank. Tired. 16.55. All right, let's give it a little bit of a break for a second. So this time we're going to do the push-ups regular. We're going to do decline push-ups regular. Ooh, okay. Arms are tired. I think that took all glycogen out of me. Ready? Set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Okay, we're at 5. 5. Oh. All right, so 5 declines. Shake it out just a little bit. Oh man. This is what happens when you don't do things in a while. You got to get reacquainted to it. I'm out the vacuum while I'm about to vacuum while I'm cooking, but that's fine. That's 100% fine. We're good on that, right? All right. Ready? Set. Nope. 4.90. Holy crap. Oh, there's my pillow down at the edge of the bed. Oh. We're going to get now the last one, which is the decline assisted. And then we'll get up out of here. It's almost time to get up out of here anyway. Well, it's 6:34. We'll get out of here about 7:15. It's going to be a windy ass day today, I see. Make sure you're getting a little water in. This will make 72 ounces. When you're tired, you're tired. But we're using up the last of that glycogen, baby. Let's use up the last of that glycogen as we can. That way, we can replenish with something pretty cool. Well, not really cool, but we can just replenish. Ready, set, go. Okay. 24:09. All right. Let's wrap this up real quick, and I will talk to you when we're somewhere out of this room. Whew. Okay. And while we're waiting, I'm going to bring you over here. Yes, I do have chicken thawing in my room. Now, you may want to ask, why would a person have chicken thawing in their room? And it's because I have someone else living in this house who's a roommate, and sometimes they don't understand leaving people's stuff alone. So I'll come home and they'll have this whole bag of chicken fried, and I'm not eating anything fried, so I can't even eat my own food. Or they'll smother it in some kind of gravy, and I can't eat that. So when I put it in my room and then go cook it, they don't get a choice in how it's cooked. And you know, sometimes people don't know how just to keep their hands to themselves and just let other people have a choice in their own food. Or here's one that's been done to me. They take all the big ones and then leave me with like 4. Number one, you're leaving me with a minority of my own food that I buy or volunteer to get or whatever, and you're only leaving me with 4 pieces, and it's the 4 rinky-dink pieces. That's the reason why it's in my room and it's not down in the kitchen defrosting. So once, like I say, once we build our next house, they will not be in that house. Watch out to the parasites. Okie dokie, so we are going to go ahead and get our water in. Coming out of that thing, how the water fountain here isn't really that cold. Oh well. So we're currently at 72 ounces, so we're going to get this taken care of. But I did stop at the store, and I got some Peak H2O wild strawberry, some Pure Kick wild Arctic Wave cherry, another thing of the Peak H2O hydration ice pump, and I decided to just try a new flavor. Peak H2O energy orange cream. That sounds kind of disgusting, but what doesn't? So, both of these are these are actually so they are an electrolyte. Yeah, they are an electrolyte, but, I use them in the morning, first thing in the morning, and because I needed some more, I got some lemon pepper seasoning, so we're going to finish up here, and we're going to go ahead and get home, get the chicken started, we'll do the cooking, but we're going to try at least get half of this down, so when we get home, we can cook, get our workout in, and then eat. Oh, that wind just hit me hard, baby. Alright, so we're done kind of early today. So we're going to head home, get a little bit of a nap in probably, start cooking the chicken, and as we cook the chicken, we are going to get into the backyard to get a workout in. While I'm walking, we're going to get our steps in. We're going to get our steps in. And the other thing we're going to do is, I don't know, I might pick up some more. Actually, no, I'm going to wait to pick up some more electrolytes. I'll wait till Monday. But I do got some stuff coming in either tomorrow or Friday from Amazon. It was a good friend of mine that said, hey, congratulations on getting into ASU. I'm going to send you some stuff. Like, thank you. So, currently waiting on that, but let's get home. All right, so we are home. We're going to start putting this stuff away. Like I said, we are going to actually get more of these on Monday. So, we're now stocked on these. So at this point, we should roll into the last day with enough. The only thing I really don't like is you can give us a few more of these. Look at how much this box is empty. But we're going to try this one in the morning. So we got these two, and by the way, I do put in for the free drink mix for a year. Had to check my nose real quick. Got the Pure Kick Arctic Wave Cherry. And then we got the last one, which is the Wild Strawberry. You know, I was looking for the strawberry watermelon in this one. I had to go to Amazon and get it, but we're going to do that anyway. And once again, shout out to one of my homeboys. Like he said, he's got something coming for me, like a package. He said it's either going to be here tomorrow or Friday. Today is Wednesday, by the way, and we got to do our volunteer work tomorrow. I went by today and they said no. So they like, come back tomorrow. I'm like, okay. So that's all there are. But let me show you something my neighbor did for me. You ready? This is the neighbor that gave me the remember I told you about the neighbor that the neighbor I was going to get a rose to? Yeah, she actually got it. But it's the Maui Monk pretzels and two. Oh, yeah. Ma'am, what kind of perfume do you wear? Because these smell really good. I'm officially off the market, folks. That's my wife now. When you know the way to your boy's heart is these. I'm spoken for. I'm done. Women, stay off my page. All one of you. These are cool. But of course, you know us men and kids, we're going to play with the bag. What is she wearing? Miss Neighbor Lady, what are you wearing? That smells good. Hey, you know what we're going to actually do? We're actually going to break our fast with one. Yeah, I know. This is terrible. Expected tomorrow. Oh, crap. Okay, so it's actually expected tomorrow. Ooh. Thank you, Mr. Buddy. Good buddy of mine. Let me see. Let's go to, we're going to actually end our fast at 12:45. Say fast. And these are 60 calories each. Yeah, 60 calories. Now, me being me, I did ask her, like, y'all got a hub in Phoenix, right? She's like, yeah. Maybe we'll bring her on the channel. I kind of want to, but I'm kind of scared for her. Oh, baby. If you know, these are things you should really have on like Hawaiian airline. Which, by the way, Miss Neighbor Lady, please go to Hawaii or Alaska so we can see each other so much more. I won't say which airline she works for. That's not cool. But these are good. And she did love the rose, by the way. I think I got my foot in. I think I got my foot in the door. I think. All right. The simple act of giving the man pretzels has your boy over here. Women, let this be a lesson. If pretzels is what makes a man fall in love, stop looking for other shit to get mad about and just give the man some damn pretzels. I gave her a damn rose and she gave me 3 bags of pretzels. That's reciprocation in a relationship. This is serious now. I think I'm gonna marry that girl. Hold on. Whoa. Chris Hansen, sit down. Woman. She's a woman. She's actually older than I am. She's a woman. Chris Hansen, no, get back up. No, we're not gonna have a seat. Chris Hansen, get back over there. Okay. Let me enjoy 2 more bags and watch some wrestling with regret, and I will get back with you when it's time to get the workout in, or when it's time to eat. One of the two. Okie dokie. So we're gonna put these to the side, and we're gonna put these to the side of the grill. Yes, I did give some to the roommates. They gave me 3 bags each. They better be very happy with that, because that's all they're getting. But we finished the cooking, and this is what we have. Look at those chicken legs, which somehow still looks like turkey. Now, here's the thing about the bag. The bag says that 2 of these are 190 calories. Tell me how these 2 are 190 calories together. That's not, no. So we're going to do 160 calories each. I got 1/3 cup of corn, and I got half a cup of rice down there. I've started to do that thing where I don't cook the rice till it's mushy. I let it have a little bit of a bite left to it. Something resistant starch. Which, okay. Anyway, something that I did want to talk about real quick, because I know that this is one of those things. So I was actually listening to my own and it was asking me, well, if he loves this structure so much, how come he didn't pick 75 hard over Gymshark 66? And I wanted to kind of explain that just a little bit better, because first thing was, I knew we were going to redo 75 hard, but everyone gets it wrong. It's not just 75 days. it's 75 days, and then you do a 30-day period immediately after. And this is the one where everyone gets the 5-minute cold shower. In the 75 days, you don't get that. In the 30 days, that's where you get the cold shower. Then you move it into, you have 30 days off. Then you have another 30 days on that you do, which is just the 75 hard rules. You have one more set of 30 days off, and then you have 30 days where it adds act of kindness and start a conversation with somebody. So the goal is, I do want to do the whole thing, but the reason why I chose Gymshark 66 first was because I wanted to start 75 hard in the winter and give it a full year. Even though I said I'd only do it if we get to 100,000. No, I want to do it. But here's the thing. If you know me, you kind of see every time I pick new goals, it's not what I'm currently doing. So I could tell you, like, drink a gallon of water a day. We drink 2 of these a day plus a bunch of those. I'm already drinking a lot of water. That shouldn't be a goal I already pick. 2 workouts a day. We already do 2 workouts a day. That's not a goal. Those are things I already do. Now, to read 10 pages, yeah, we could say, let's get on that. And we are going to get on that. Well, actually, technically, I am. I read a textbook every day. So, I don't know. The one thing I do want to do before I do 75, the live hard. We're going to call it live hard. I would love to do a sit-down conversation with Andy Frisella so we could get everything out of the way. He could tell me, hey, this is what it is, this is what it isn't, and I could run everything by him and ask, because even he said certain things where, yes, an e-book reader like Kindle is okay. You could take 2 walks a day and it's okay. Now, do I want to do 2 walks? No, I do want to do, I already have it kind of structured out. There are certain things we're going to get to the bottom of before we do start. But Gymshark 66, there are so many other things that you could choose in there that we are going to choose that have nothing to do with what we're currently doing, that will pretty much help out, that will pretty much set me up for that. We can kind of test certain things out. Like, I'm not going to give it away right now. Like I said, I did pick 3 official and 3 unofficial goals, along with the goals we already have, like drink water, daily progress photo, which is another one. I've taken so many progress photos. Guess what? Hey, same thing, every day. That's not really a goal anymore. Now that whole, cold exposure, motherfucker, I should beat your ass, Andy. But anyway, I've let this cool down enough. Let's see. Ooh, that's hot. Nope. Delicious. Nutritious. And 9 times out of 10, I have 30 bags of chicken by tomorrow. Watch. Rice came out perfectly. Just salt, nothing else. But let's go ahead and try the corn. Nice. So, eat, work out. Talk to you in a minute. All right, so kind of came out here to get in the garage a little good. We're gonna get some. Let's get some sits in, some chair stands in real quick. This elbow is not feeling too good. I have no clue what's going on at this point, but I just feel white. But we still gotta get the workout in. It doesn't matter. You know. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I always like to say it straight, a bad workout is better than no workout. And don't let anyone tell you anything different than that. Yeah, a bad workout does suck. But at least you can look at the day and say, I took care of me. You know. And I think one of the things that really do make me come out here, we're gonna get some this is just gonna be a short little time out here. But I think one of the things that really does motivate me the most, let's get some real quick, get some raises. Let's work the arms a little bit. I think one of the things that really does pretty much motivate me is how many people see the physical change in me, even though I don't see it in myself. I think that's really cool. That over the last year, over the last year, I've taken off quite a bit of pounds, quite a bit of weight. And I think that's so cool. That even though sometimes I can't see it, other people can. Like, for example, I look at myself in a hoodie, in this hoodie, in this one, and I'm like, ugh. But then I see myself in a different hoodie, and it's like, holy shit, I look good. Or, you know, it's either it's hit or miss. You know, like I say, you know, you look on the scale some days and you go up. Some days you look on the scale, you go down. And I think let's get another of those rolls. Let's get another set of rolls. But to be honest with you, my honest to goodness thing is, don't look at one day. Don't look at 1 week. Look at the bigger picture. Do you feel stronger day after day? If yes, then keep going. You know, you gotta remember something. You could be trading out muscle for fat. You could be trading out fat for muscle. You could be trading out fat and muscle for water. You could be trading water for Jello, for all I know. I don't know. But there's so many things that's happening in your body at once. Like right now, I gave Power Red the other week, a few weeks ago. And along with giving Power Red, I also had to get my own blood drawn. So right now, I am running on blue. So that's why we're eating a lot of higher iron foods. That's why we're kind of, you know, picking and choosing things that may not make sense, but it makes sense when you realize you're trying to get your blood back up, you're trying to get your red blood cells back up, you're trying to keep up with your white blood cells, you're trying to keep up with your water, you're trying to keep up with fat loss, muscle gain. The body is very complex, and the way I look at it is like this. The body is almost like a house. It's a bunch of individual systems that are connected, and they all have to work as one. Because if one system goes out, everything goes to hell. Let's get one more set of the rows, and then we'll get back to the, we'll get some squats in. So if the furnace goes out, we got a problem. If the gas pipe breaks, we definitely got a problem. If the roof leaks, we got a problem. So the best thing to do is to take care of each system, but learn how each system interconnects with each other. Like, for example, you can have knee pain. That knee pain has nothing to do with your knees. It's because of your lower back. You can have weak, God knows what, like your T-spine, for example, your thoracic, whatever they call it. That could, if that is out of whack, you will feel like you have lower back pain, upper back pain, shoulder pain, chest pain. Trust me, you will go to the hospital thinking you're having a heart attack, and there is nothing wrong with your heart. I've already been told your heart's good, your VO2 max is good, all of that stuff is good. They did the ultrasound of my heart. That was good. It was literally T-spine, thoracic spine, joint, muscle, that area where all the muscles just pull together, like back here. But like I say, if that thing is messed up, it can feel like a heart attack. It can feel like lower back, upper back, shoulders, headache. Yeah, you can have a headache from something else in your body going wrong. You could have back pain from your, I think it's either your liver or your kidneys fighting an infection. I forget which one it is. We'll let somebody, I'll let the Gemini tell me which one it is, because it's one of them. But that goes back to the adage. If your body is a loose set of things, is a loose set of systems, but they all have to function together. And if one thing goes wrong, it's a cascade. Okay, let's get some squats in. And it's funny to actually say that too, because sometimes you forget how one thing can lead to another with the human body. Let's see what we can do here. 1. Ooh. Knees snap, crackle, and popping. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. So, I do notice that since I started working the glutes, and since I started working core, my lower back does feel a hell of a lot better. And the one thing you do have to remember is that I don't think any of us work our core or glutes as much as we really should. I know most people only work it to get six-pack abs. But the thing you have to remember about your core, it stabilizes your spine. It's like your spine's corset or something like that. You got weak glutes. I'm sorry, I'm pointing to the wrong thing. You got weak glutes, you got weak abs, and there's a muscle that wraps underneath the abs and underneath the lower back. That is the true corset of your spine. That nobody works because, once again, it's not the abs. you don't see it. But the other thing about working your abs is it does kind of slim you down just a little bit. Now, let me just repeat this for a second. Let's get another set of squats here. So I think we need to make the statement here. You cannot spot reduce fat from anywhere on your body, no matter what they tell you on late night TV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't spot reduce anything on TV like they tell you on TV. So if you work the muscles, you're not going to get a lot right now, but it does build. You do grow muscle. Your muscle grows. Muscle fibers get torn. Your body has to replace that and repair it, which makes the muscle bigger. And of course, as we all know, muscle, eats up more energy than fat. And then remember, there is 2 types of fat: white fat and brown fat. I'm not going into that. I'll let AI. Y'all can put this video through AI. AI will tell you everything. But I don't even know what I was saying. But it will make you look slimmer if you have more muscle and less fat. Other thing I really want to talk about at this point was, I hope everybody know I'm okay. Mentally, physically, I'm actually okay. Now that I got the news of ASU, as much as I would rather go to Portland State or University of Washington, I'm looking forward to going to Arizona. It's only a 2-year stay. It's not that long of a stay. I don't have to stay there the rest of my life. So it's not that big of a deal. We'll go ahead and go, do this. I did ask my boy Vigilante if he wanted to go with me. He said no. And I understand it. His wife, she's probably start really getting settled where they are. I'm not going to say where they are. And of course, I did ask him, hey, if I said Portland, would you go? No. If I said Seattle, hell no. Like, damn, dude, you're an asshole. But I understood why. So, but then again, by the time it's time to go, I'm pretty sure we'll be off a slip and fall protocol or fall protocol, and I won't need anybody. So that's always good. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I'm pretty much fine. I have my days of this, that, the other, things that happen in life, but it happens to everyone. There's nothing new under the sun that doesn't happen to all of us. Something happens to all of us all the time. And, despite everything, things happen in my day that I wish I could record. Like, for example, I wish I could have recorded with the neighbor giving me the pretzels. When she handed me those bag of pretzels, I fell in love. Like, holy crap. That was so cool. I wish I could record stuff like that so y'all could see the good moments too, because there's a lot of good moments that happen. I wish I would have been recording when I got the call from ASU, but I wasn't recording. When the neighbor across the street, Ruler Gamer King's mom, I was talking to her. I wish I could have recorded that, but she was having a bad day. I couldn't record that. But I do also understand that, sometimes you got to let certain moments be private. And I also got to say that, it's funny because I have this platform and I I want privacy, but I also want not publicity. Like, I want to let people in. That's why I let you guys in. That's why I listen to you guys. When you guys talk, I listen. But I also want the privacy of, you know, and there's some weird people in this world that I've seen them. You know, I know where you live, or I can triangulate your location. They've never said that to me, you know, but I've seen that stuff be said to people. I've seen people get doxxed all because they didn't like the same brand of protein. You know, then you got the whole Scotty K thing that just happened. But then again, he kind of just, he had that coming, you know. He had it coming. I'm sorry, but you don't put people's information out there. But if anyone wants to know anything about Angry Vigilante, Angry Vigilante's real name, I'm not giving that. But nah, he's a cool dude. Despite a lot of the back and forth we have, that's actually a really cool dude. That's my brother from another mother. He was a big one that congratulated me on getting into ASU. I love you, man. You know, you're my dude. You know, like I said, we are going to start cutting back on the vigilante mom jokes. So rest in peace. But his sister jokes. I think I'm done because I'm kind of wiped. So we got, yeah, I'm kind of wiped. I want to get rested for tomorrow anyway. But, you know, here's a fun fact though I want to tell everybody. No matter how bad of a day you have today, always remember this. Someone is in a worse situation than you're in. Someone, you know, like, yeah, I'm out here with a bucket. And I love it. I don't care. I love working out with my bucket. I love working out with, you're going to see on Friday, I love doing my ground workout. There's someone wishing they could do this. There is someone wishing that they could just have this little bit. You know, we're going to get a good workout when we bring out the spreaders for doing the lawn. There's someone wishing they can do that. There's someone wishing that they could just be sitting in their driveway with their feet kicked up in the bucket, talking to a camera. And I don't take for granted, you know, that I have a pretty okay life, you know, like it's not it's not, you know, billionaire on the beach, which I wouldn't do anyway. It's not, you know, I got 50 girls next to me. I don't want that either. You know, it's not, I have a brand new mansion, which I really just want a cabin in the woods. But I gotta admit, it's okay. I did good for myself in life, you know. Like the military, you know, treated me good. They pay me good now. You know, my retired benefits are good. You know, my disability benefits are okay. You know, my volunteer work, you know, my volunteer work is the best thing ever. So I can't really complain about nothing, you know. So it is what it is. You know, life is good, you know. Hell, but you know life is great when you get a brand new microwave and that's the highlight of your year. You know, so I don't want anybody to think everything is doom and gloom with me. Like I say, I got people in my life that really do look out for me. I love dearly. Ruler Gamer King is one of them. His mom is another. Vigilante is another one. The neighbor lady that, you know, gave me the snacks. I don't have a name for her. Jazzy. We're going to call her Jazzy because that used to be her license plate. So Jazzy, the neighbor, you know, I got a lot of great people in my life, you know. So don't ever think everything's doom and gloom. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's wrap this up, and I will talk to you guys back in the house. Thumbs up, because we always got to give thumbs up.
Boosting blood flow.
All right, let's wrap up real quick. We're going to have some peanut butter. I did make the, as you can see, we got our tea and we have a banana. Now, is this really 120 calories? I have no clue. But here's the deal. We're going to go ahead and let it be 120 calories. At this point, I truly don't care. So, as we leave off today, I always want to leave you out with a little something, just a little something. Always remember this. Every day that you build one new habit, one better habit, you're one day closer to the new life you want to build, and you're one day further from that life you want to get away from. Even on days where it feels like we're stuck, even on days where you feel bleh, always remember this. It's better to feel bleh where you are now than to still be on that starting line where you were. I would rather be stuck bouncing between 275 and 280 for a year than to be at 470 ever again. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to stay stuck here. It doesn't. We're going to bust our ass to get to where we want to be. But if I have to choose between 275, 280, and 470 pounds, hey, I'll be 280 for the rest of my life. I'll bounce those same 5 pounds. Now, as long as I don't go up to 290, great. No. But I always frame it in that picture. I always strive to do better. Like I say, drink one more 8 ounces of water a day. Plain water than you did the day before. Eat one more healthier meal than you ate the day before. Take one more longer walk today than you did yesterday. And those do add up. You don't have to make sweeping changes tomorrow. You know, if you've been eating junk for the last 5 years, you don't have to throw everything out and eat chicken, broccoli, and rice tomorrow. Just eat one more better meal today or tomorrow than you did today or yesterday. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. That is a big one. Do not compare yourself to anyone. Not the Jesse James West, not the Will Tennysons, the Greg Doucetts, the Mitch Hoopers, anyone. Do not compare yourself to anyone except the man you or woman you were in the mirror yesterday. The biggest thing I can honestly tell anybody is stick to a plan. The worst plan is better if you just stick with it than the best plan that you fall off of tomorrow. It's that simple. This plan that I'm doing is probably the worst plan. It is probably trash in people's eyes. But if I'm no longer 470 pounds because I stayed consistent, is it trash? No. Can it be optimized? Of course it could. Yes. Anything can be optimized in my life at this point. Give me a brand new hoodie, my whole life is optimized. I think I better put these in I think I better put these little Maui monks somewhere else, because I'm about to eat them all tonight. But what I'm saying is, if you stay consistent, even the worst plan that nobody thinks is going to work will work better than the plan that you bought from your favorite fitness YouTuber, because guess what? It has their name on it. Now we monk some peanut butter is good, so I think we better put the peanut butter away before we end up back at 500 pounds. But seriously, stay the course. Every once in a while, in between these plans, sometimes I put my head down so much and I'm just pushing, that during those times where I'm not filming, I take a step back and I look at how far I came. Yeah, you look at numbers on the sheet, and you look at exercises on the sheet. You look at weight on the sheet, and yeah, sometimes, you're just looking at numbers. You're not looking at how the face slimmed out. You're not looking at how, for example, not even doing 75 hard. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. That was a mistake. But doing 75 hard, I don't know if you're going to be able to notice this. Like, okay, you can't really notice it on camera, but you could kind of see the beginning of striations. See that? You're starting to see the beginning of some striations. You're starting to see the muscle hardening. We didn't see that in 75 hard. We didn't see that a few weeks ago. Look at that. Now, it's probably because I need a damn tan. Do you know how cool that is? Hold on. Notice how my stomach is starting to suck in. I'm all the way out, but notice how that's starting to go in, how we're starting to lose all that. Do you notice how we're losing this stomach? How the stomach is really starting to get wrinkly, how, fat is starting to really go away? All of that because I stayed the course. Now, sometimes you got to pull back just a little bit to remind yourself. And you got to take that look back to remind yourself you don't want to go back there. So, if there's something I can tell each and every one of you, it's this. Get on the course. Stay the course. You may fall off the wagon a few times. I have too. I'm not perfect. Get back on. If you go off your nutrition plan today, you ain't got to wait till Sunday. You ain't got to wait till Monday. Get back on next meal. If you see that the scale went up 3 pounds, is it really food? Actually, it is food. Technically, it is. These things weigh. These things have sodium in it. These things pull water in. Hey, let's talk about water. 1632. This right here is 3.5 pounds of water. Water weighs. I drink a gallon of water. Guess how much Guess how much I weigh extra every day? 13 pounds. If I dehydrated myself, I would probably be 260. Probably. Guess what? Electrolytes have sodium in it. Guess what these pretzels have in it? Sodium. Guess what seasoned salt has in it? Sodium. Guess what lemon pepper and garlic pepper has in it? Salt. Guess what? You are going to blow up a little bit. Creatine. You take creatine, guess what happens? It goes into your cells. You're going to gain about 5 to 10 pounds taking creatine when you're fully saturated. Don't worry about that. Is your strength going up? Are your pants fitting better? Are your shirts loose? Look at that stuff. Okay? But always understand there is something you could tighten up. Can we tighten up our macros? Yes, let's tighten up the macros. Let's tighten up the protein. Can we push a little bit harder on the workouts? Yes, we could push a little bit harder on the workouts. Let's go for it. Do you need something wild or crazy? Do you need 75 hard, Gymshark 66? Maybe to get started you do, but you don't need to stay on it. I do it just because, well, A, it's fun, and B, the content. But to be honest with you, I'm just having fun at this point. This is entertainment. This is fun. And having people along for the ride who are invested for some reason and are cheering me on, I don't take that lightly. I don't take that for granted. You could be watching anyone else and you're watching me. Thank you. I love each and every one of you. If there's anything y'all want from the store, just let me know. We'll go get it. Anyway, gonna wrap up here. I hope everyone has a good night. I will see you all in the morning.
Yo, camera people. Hey, take Alexa's camera. No, please. No, we'll talk later. I gotta say what Alexis did back there. I really
What did he do?
While you was going, he was filming the ground because he was checking something on the computer. I mean the camera, he didn't get your set. I wasn't gonna tell you that.
You lying?
Now I'm a liar. His set with the 75s, you didn't go like this a little bit?
No.
You want me? I'm telling you, you fucked up this. I wanted you to look good on film, and he went like this. Or some shit he checked. I don't know if he checked.
He always checking some shit.
Executive decision.
Well, how much jewelry you got on?
With the cross.
How old is thy name? Thy kingdom come, thou will be burpee. Not even a sorry?
Add some more burpees.
100.